What's up, everybody? RCTogether and the Scale Compound join forces to bring you a comparison video. In this video we're going to show you the Camp Fab rails by Orin Camp against the stock rails, chassis rails for Axial SCX10. We chose two very closely matched Axial SCX10s for this video. Not heavily modified, but some mild upgrades. One of the biggest being the Rock Beast tires by Pitbull on some axial beadlocks with Crawler Innovation Villanova foams on both rigs. Both rigs are also running overdriven front gears. The rig with the axial stock rails actually has proline scalar shocks on it, whereas we have the factory shocks on the rig with the Camp Fab rails. It's probably the biggest difference. For the most part, they're otherwise pretty closely matched. 27 turn can, aluminum links, spurs and pinions are all pretty much the same there. So we feel like this will give us a pretty good test of the units in action. Also, we're going to use the same body to give it the same weight distribution.
The problem is about it though,
You don't have the tail end down.
well, if I can adjust it.
It's going to be an interesting comparison though. There it is. And you're staying between the bottom two. Nice.
Another problem though is the foam. You can see that tire folding.
Yeah.
See how it's folding under?
Yeah.
Real bad.
I think I got the different outer foams in that one. I have mediums in hers. I don't know what outers I have in each of those. And that rig is lighter, I think. Like, not just because of the rails. Did you get him sealed though?
Can you tell the difference?
Because this rig was pretty good to begin with. hard to tell though if it Well, the spray.
I think it helped. It's right there.
Yeah.
It slid before.
Yeah. Now, as we look at these Camp Fab rails, they are most definitely a lot easier on the eyes compared to the factory rails. Awesome aluminum finish with plenty of mounting options. A lot of mounting options that are covered by those body mounts that we put together as well for your suspension geometry. A lot of that we didn't use for purposes of this testing. We wanted to bolt it up as close to a factory setting as possible to give it a apples to apples comparison. Now, with that in mind, there's a lot that you could do with the suspension and possibly even modifying links to get the most out of these rails. So just something to think about if you're considering looking into a set of these. Another thing is the body mounts that we put together were put together pretty quick, so it wasn't like we had a lot of time to put those together. So don't focus a whole lot on that. Although with the weight of those combined with the rails, it came out just a few grams shy of the weight of the factory rails with the hardware needed for the posts.
That makes a difference.
The tires heated up.
I gotta get used to your skin.
Yeah. We really liked the performance of the Camp Fab rails. It was hard to tell at first the difference, but after taking some time to go back and review the video, I believe there definitely was somewhat of an advantage. How to quantify that, I'm not real sure, but knowing that you could take what you have available to you and even play with the suspension geometry and the shock settings, in a lot of different ways from what you have there. I think you could get a lot more out of it had we gone that route and had the time to do so. Another thing is the lack of body posts. Makes it look really awesome with the Velcro mount.